Hello, ladies, and welcome to another Hello, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another edition of the Confusion Thursday Night Hangout.
Thursday? Are you sure it's Thursday?
But of course,
I get very confused.
I, of course, am your host, Charlie, and I'm joined once again by the prolific comer himself, Zealeus.
Greetings, good people of the world.
Now,
is it really the world, though?
It's the interweb, my friend. It's the universe.
Oh, my.
Anyways, so there was a chance we were going to have a third member, but unfortunately, at the last minute, they had to step away. So, unfortunately, it's just me and Zealeus this week.
I feel like we've done this before.
Yes, I hope that you're okay with just me and Zealeus, taking one for the team.
We could go get like a dog and like put him like right here.
No.
He could like growl at people, get angry.
No, I've tried to have Arlo on the show. It does not end well.
Really? Something doesn't end well with Arlo? I'm shocked.
I know. It is quite shocking. But Arlo, my youngest dog, is it's
He's an interesting dog.
yes.
He's very enthusiastic.
All right, so ladies and gentlemen, of course, this is Thursday Night Hangout. This is the show for you, by you. This is an audience-driven show where you, the audience members, provide us with topics, and we try to discuss all the topics that we can to the best of our ability, and sometimes, hopefully, they're in our wheelhouse. If they're not, then tragically, we're going to try to have to do it by the seat of our pants. So, ladies and gentlemen, right off the bat, I do want to talk about something that has come up in the news recently, and that is that Netflix has revealed that they do not, and this is kind of interesting, the one thing that they fear the most when it comes to streaming is not HBO, it's not Hulu.
Is it raising prices so people disconnect it because they raised their prices by $2 or so?
It's Fortnite.
Oh, dear.
Because Fortnite, it's, of course, the king of all, it's taking away viewers because those let's be honest, the vast majority of these, Netflix originals, they're pretty damn nerdy. Yeah, they throw some, fluff and puff in there, but the vast majority of stuff is right down nerd alley. And of course, that's a direct, a competitor to any online multiplayer game, which Fortnite is ravenously eating up all potential viewers.
Well, sure, if you think about it, people are going to spend their money and time on a electronic medium. You only have so many hours in the day, week, month to spend.
Of course.
And so if you're spending, I'm just throwing out a number here, 40 hours a month playing Fortnite, then you might not even have enough hours to sit down and watch a Netflix show in the first place. So in this case, why even have a Netflix membership subscription, right? So I can totally understand what Netflix is saying that. And they're probably thinking like any kind of nerdy game fad like that where people really get into it and play. I mean, if you think it's a very different model for watching TV now, even 5 to 10 years ago, where so many people, us included, have cut the cable.
Yeah.
And so before it was all or nothing. Everybody had cable because what else were you going to do, right? I mean, yeah, you still play video games, but nobody really cut cable back in the day. Whereas now you have that choice. Well, do I really need Netflix? Because I'm spending all this time and possibly money on a video game. So it's a different type of choice that we're making now. And I think what you're also seeing too is part of that choice is, let's say you have both Netflix and let's say Amazon Prime, which so many people have. Well, which of those is the easiest to cut? I'd say Netflix because Amazon Prime. Well, Amazon Prime affects so many other things now.
I'm sure that's true.
Because of shipping.
Yeah.
That's why.
I mean, when I was thinking about just streaming purposes, Amazon Prime would be the easier
one.
Oh,
I agree.
Simply because yes, Amazon Prime has a pretty impressive library, but it always comes back to this one thing, and that is that Chromecast does not have the ability to cast Amazon Prime. And so that, for me,
that affects you because you use Chromecasts.
I've got 3 Chromecasts in my house.
If you need another one, I have one, by the way.
No, I don't.
Right.
Okay, so
I use a Roku, so that doesn't affect me.
So I'm actually really quick. Who out there has a Chromecast? Because I want to know something. Because
well, I have a Chromecast plugged into my TV.
No, so here's the deal. So with the TV in my bedroom,
okay,
I can utilize the Google Home app.
Sure.
That basically gives me a list of all the Chromecasts.
Okay.
But I actually interact, even when the TV is off, with the Chromecast in the bedroom.
Oh.
However, the exact same model of the Chromecast is on the TV down here. It doesn't see it unless the TV's on.
Oh.
So is the TV in the den. It has to be on in order for the Chromecast to be recognizable. So my question is there like some kind of setting in the TV that I need to like toggle to allow for the Chromecast to be visible at all times?
Bizarre.
And why is only one of the 3 TVs that has a Chromecast able to immediately pick it up?
Question.
Yes.
Do you use the USB power supply?
Yes, on all 3.
I'd be curious. Remind me sometime, and I'll test it at home at my condo to see what does it do. Because I've probably only ever looked at Google Home like when I have my TV on, right?
Yeah.
So I'd be kind of curious now. Next time I go home, now that I think about it, I mean that'd be easy for me to see because I still have the power on.
Yeah.
I think I actually unplugged it from my TV. It's still powered on, and I could just try to cast something to see does it even show up.
It's just so weird because like.
Well, what about the casting? Does the casting so? Right now, if you went to YouTube, could you cast to which device?
The bedroom.
That's the only one, because let's assume all of your TVs are off.
All the TVs are off. The bedroom, I could immediately cast to the bedroom. It would cause the TV to turn on, and then.
It would cause the TV to turn on?
Yeah.
My guess it's a TV functionality.
Maybe it is.
You know, kind of like some computers have like wake on land?
Huh.
Where like
You know,
you
actually,
can wake up saying like a little
that?
wake up signal.
You know what,
So
to
I
be
guess
honest
it's
with you,
the same kind of thing.
that TV, come to think of it, I don't know for a fact, but that TV could be a smart TV, and that might be the difference.
I bet that's it.
I know that this is a smart TV, the one that we're utilizing for our chat room. However, I'll have to research that.
I bet. So speaking of smart TVs,
Yes, sir.
It's kind of entertaining. Have you ever tried to buy a dumb TV? Lately, I should paraphrase that, like in the last year or two. Have you tried to buy a dumb TV?
How dumb of a TV? Are we talking just like flat screen without the internet connectivity?
It has
Are we
to
talking
correct.
About a
Correct.
CRT?
Yes, a flat screen, at least 42 inches.
That's hard as balls, dude.
Yes, I know.
Because they're hardwiring all that extra functionality in it. Because you got it, you're gonna want it. You may not know that you want it, but you're gonna want it.
Well, and the CEO of Vizio basically came out straight and said, "Hey, we make a lot of money off of that." So they're also, you look at also the price of flat screen TVs, and one of the reasons they've got so bloody cheap is that they're subsidizing the prices of your TV with the advertisers assuming you're going to use the smart TV and all of the, you're now a product as a person, so they make money off of it that way too. So there's that part of it too, and they're hoping you use their service.
Right.
Instead of a Roku or a Chromecast, they want you to use their built-in service.
Yeah, I can see it.
So that's and you're right. And I've read, but there is one line of TVs they can get bigger. That's a dumb TV. The problem is they're also like the B grade panels. So you may have like a dead pixel. Like they're basically like the leftovers, right? Like, the Samsungs and the Panasonics, they take the nice ones first. And they basically, the dumb TV gets like the leftover panels.
Okay, so I love this concept of like the TV is super duper bad because it has a pixel that's dead. So of course, yes, you're not getting the perfect product. But sometimes that pixel is literally like the right top corner. So you don't even know that it's fucking dead.
That's true.
However, it registers as dead. It's like you go to like an outlet store that does like what do you call it? Scratch and dent.
Oh yes.
And like some of the scratches and dents are like on the back side of a product. However, there's a scratch and dent, therefore they can't sell it.
The Sears scratch and dent used to be the best thing ever.
Dude, I got my first washer and dryer and dishwasher and fridge from there.
Oh no, there's a dent on the side of the, any appliance that doesn't actually affect anything. And it's in a closet, by the way, that nobody's going to ever actually see because it's by a wall.
No. So I had a fridge that had like they open up the
Sure.
two doors up, and they had the freezer in the bottom, right? The handle. Okay, so it's like a long handle, right?
Yep.
The right hand side of that handle was a little bit curled back. Therefore, it's damaged.
Oh, dear.
And dropped like $400 off the price.
Unforgivable.
I'm like, really? All right, sold. Give me the damn fridge.
Now that's a fashion statement.
Of course, it's a unique attribute. As many AAA titles, video game titles would say, it's not a bug, it's a feature.
So speaking of
Until
unique
we
titles,
fix it.
saw a funny, actually not funny, a very sad infograph today. It had, because Activision has canceled yet another potential Disney property for production, and it had an infograph of basically 8 years that they had the rights to make video games was what you had from LucasArts, which was tons of phenomenal games.
Yep.
And
Well, okay, back in the day, tons of phenomenal games by LucasArts. Basically, when Lucas went wackadoodle crazy shit and started redoing the original 3 and then the 3 that shall not be named, then anything that was tied to it, LucasArts wise, was also shit.
okay. Well, the point of it is now you see with the Activision where it's 8 years, 2 titles.
Wait, what?
So basically, in the 8 years that Activision has had the rights to make
Star Wars?
Star Wars games, 2 games.
They're the publisher, though. They're not the actual developer.
Yeah, but they have also killed a bunch of games that they could have otherwise developed for those. Like they've been actively developed games that they've killed.
Real quick, going back to the Netflix seeing Fortnite as the main competitor, Spartan 0137 basically wants to kind of like clarify something, and that is the main competition is not another streaming platform, but the gaming itself, which I think in a way it's the streaming of the gaming, because you know how popular that shit is for like people watching that game, and that's what's taken away the viewers, not the actual participation in the game. It's watching people like Ninja go batshit nuts for that stuff. By the way, apparently, like, you know, actually, you know what? I think I still have the ESPN the magazine with Ninja on the cover,
Which is a great article, by the way.
Oh, it's a phenomenal.
Like, it really is. It's very interesting, and like Ninja's kind of guy you read about. I was like, I kind of like this guy actually. He's not like a douchebag or anything. He's just a guy who really knows how to engage his audience and likes playing Fortnite.
And he already has an exit strategy planned. He's like, look, I'm going to just keep doing this. Basically, what's going to happen is it's going to pay for my life and my fiance's life. We're going to get married. We're going to go on a honeymoon, and I'm just going to call it a day. I'm like,
Yep. I could not do streaming for a
holy
living.
shit balls, dude. You actually have your crap together. There's so many people out there who have no idea. Spartan 0137 says, so if that is the cause, is it safe to say that Netflix is more concerned with Twitch and Mixer versus, say, Fortnite? I would say so. I think it's just you put the label of Fortnite on there. However, I think it's more of the streaming of that, because that's the actual component.
Yeah, Fortnite is just the flavor of the month. Or actually year.
There's definitely people that play Fortnite. However, it's the viewing, it's the audience. That's the huge population demographic that you're
Well, you
looking
think
at.
about, like, Amazon is already, Amazon owns Twitch, right?
Right.
And so Netflix, Amazon, well, Amazon already has that streaming affiliation.
Yep.
So they're fine with the competition from Fortnite streaming. It's
Right,
like,
when it
okay,
comes
that helps
to
our
Prime
bottom line because
viewing.
of Twitch. Versus Netflix does not have the same analogy
Right.
in their portfolio of a
Right.
streaming service.
Which, of course, which is another thing, reason why, oh shit, what was the company? Netflix stole someone's CFO. And everyone's like, oh, it's just for like financial purposes.
yeah.
But he had a gaming background.
I remember that.
So there's been whispers, rumors, that Netflix might, I don't know if they'll become like a Blizzard. That's right. I don't know if they'll become a like Blizzard, like a gaming thing, but maybe have the potential for a alternative streaming service. Now, that is an interesting thing, because let's be honest. So back in the day, it was like Ustream, and then it was it Justin TV, and then Justin TV, I believe, became Twitch TV, and then You can now stream on Facebook, of course. You can also stream on
Yay.
YouTube, Twitch,
They can stream everywhere.
Mixer.
Vimeo.
You can stream on Vimeo?
I have no idea. Instagram.
You could definitely stream on Twitter. So it's one of those things of, is the market already oversaturated? However, with a name like Netflix, you might be able to get away with it. Sam says, wife and kid only watch Netflix on smart TV, so I cut cable and bought an antenna. Nothing on Netflix for me, but women love it, worth every penny. To be totally honest with you, if you do some digging, Sam, I'm pretty sure you're going to find something on Netflix that is up your alley. However, so here's my problem.
You have a problem?
With smart TVs or Netflix apps, okay? And that is...
They're terrible.
They're
terrible.
The navigation is absolute shit.
Absolutely. They've got worse. Like, I don't know how their services
really
got worse.
bad.
Like, every time they update it, I'm like, this is worse than before.
In my honest opinion, the only way to truly utilize Netflix to its fullest potential is to go on the website and search for the stuff that you find interesting and then add it to your list.
And here's the problem.
Yeah.
So, okay, you're on Netflix, right? It gives you like categories of like, recently watched. And like half the time, like the order gets mixed up. So it used to be once upon a time, like your list was the first thing you saw there. Now it gets like mixed up all the time. So I can't even like find my list sometimes because I don't know like where in the mythical list it is.
Hold on, wait. Your list is always the first. However, recently watched, that is like the white whale. That fucker moves everywhere.
It's so
like
obnoxious.
I could dig down like 3 layers into like, you land on the page, TV. And then you go from TV, you go to, I don't know, like crime. And then you can maybe able to like, splinter that even further. And then you see, oh, by the way, here's your recently watched, which have nothing to do with the category you're now in. But magically, ta-da, here's your recently watched. Why the fuck would I want to watch that if I've gone that far down? That's just my own thing. Anyways, yes. Like I said, Netflix, of course. Okay, so Spartan0137. Their subject explanation on shows for Netflix is also a bit questionable as well. Like their detailing team doesn't know what the shows are really about, but they are ballparking the description and hoping people don't notice the vague explanation presented. Yes. I think part of that is simply because with no fault to Netflix, but Netflix has funded a lot of like international shows. And I think that the people who are doing the detailing are largely based in the US. So when it comes to a show out of India or Poland or Germany or Russia or someplace other than United States, they're kind of like, it's a murder drama with in the snow because it's cold in the videos. Okay.
I've also noticed a lot of, you used to be able to go into episodes and get like having like a preview synopsis description, and shows don't have that as much as they used to.
Nah, you're more likely to see like the synopsis for the entire series in every single episode synopsis instead of like individual. Like,
and you used to see that on everything.
Oh, absolutely.
And now they've definitely been doing away with that. Actually, the thing I hated most is when they did away with the ratings of seasons.
Huh?
You used to be able to rate individual seasons on Netflix. Because like, okay, first the classic one is Buffy the Vampire Slayer, right?
So it's essentially Buffy, and that's it.
Yeah, now it's just Buffy, and not only that, it's just a thumbs up or thumbs down. Whereas like seasons actually mattered, and I actually used it a lot as like a personal reference. So when I was gonna go back and rewatch Buffy, I could be like, oh, I gave this 1, 3, 5 stars, so I'm gonna rewatch these seasons, but not this season because I gave it a 1 star. Mm-hmm. And now the entire series gets a thumbs up and thumbs down. That's it. There's no.
Yes.
Yeah.
When at some point couldn't you even like go even further, like do like per episode? Wasn't that like,
yep, once upon a time.
Yeah.
Many eons ago.
Yeah, I just.
And they also, you used to be able to. Well, it's hard to find.
Yeah.
But you used to be able to give reviews also.
Yes.
Now you can't even do that.
They shut that off.
You know what I really miss?
What?
The IMDb discussion boards.
Are they still there?
Nope.
Really?
I promise you.
Dude, I swear to God, they're still there.
No, they're not.
Through the app?
Nope, they don't exist.
Huh.
And here's the reason I liked it. for really like off the wall, particularly action movies, what they would have is like 100 things you can do in this movie that you can't do elsewhere. People just do those so like random, like off the wall, like you can do this in this movie, and I found like the funniest damn thing ever. And I love that stuff.
So that's basically BuzzFeed?
But this was like actually like
I know
I know what you're saying.
But still,
yes.
it was created by users. So BuzzFeed is like,
oh, you mean BuzzFeed just took like literally copy and pasted, or had like some program that just like scraped it all? And
you mean
made
all
their own?
programs?
Yeah.
That literally that's their whole model is we have this thing that scrapes the internet for shit lists. Could be relevant, could not be relevant, but we're going to post it so you come to our site and we get the ad revenue.
And of course you have to, you're only going to list like 2 of the 100 on every single page.
Oh, no. 2 of 100. No. 1 per page, sir.
I was trying to be generous, man. And those ads. Oh, God, the ads.
Yeah. Okay, so, and of course this leads into clickbait, and that is, I can't tell you how many times I unfortunately fall for, the title with a picture, and you click on the motherfucker, and the picture is not involved in the whole fucking list. Like, why even put the picture there? You guys are dicks.
It's the Hollywood ones, too. It's like, it's those where it's like, oh, this sounds like an interesting article.
Damn it.
And you click on it, it's nothing. Okay. Nothing to do with video games. But you know what really, really pisses me off, and I think should actually be illegal, is like if you buy like a house or like you open up a business, you get the certified mail where it's like, for instance, registering a business yearly, whatever. I'm just throwing a number out. Say it's $100, right? You'll get certified mail saying it's $300 to do it. It looks totally official. And like, or same thing, if you buy a house, whatever, when you have to like, it's free to get your stuff from the city to register. Like, it doesn't cost anything. Right. But you still get the certified mail that looks super crazy official saying it's like $150. Stuff like that pisses me off.
No. You want to talk about...
I hate that.
You want to talk about, just getting an avalanche of certified mail. It's when you are paying for a car.
Oh, you mean how your car payments due? And
No. It's your insurance is about to run out.
Or when you buy a house and then you have a new mortgage lender. Call us now.
Or refinance through this because we can give you a better deal.
I've got new mortgage notices. I have new mortgages with a new company. I'm like, house is not illegal. Oh. Yes.
Anyways.
Yeah, so snail mail clickbait is basically what it is.
Yeah.
And I have online clickbait. And it's like the worst one. That's why I used to use a lot of SourceForge. Mm-hmm. So for those who don't know, SourceForge used to be the world standard for free and open source software. And it was a great repository for like all this phenomenal software. But at some point, they kind of started to sell out. And what happening is they sold advertising on their web pages, but they did it in such a way where you want to go download, like let's just say Winamp, right? Because I want to kick the llama's ass.
Yeah.
You go there and you click like, oh sweet, I want to download Winamp. So you click on download. But it does that like bullshit that like download.com does, where they have like 18 download buttons.
No.
You have to decipher which one's the correct download button.
No. They don't. So what it does is they have a delayed instant start plus a link, but that is further down the page. They have this stupid banner ad going, if you click to download now with extras, and the extra is some dumbass system that will basically wreck your computer because it's probably malware.
Yeah, and like
or malware or whatever.
Yeah, it's hard to get mad at users when they fall for that because like it looks real. Like, yeah, I clicked on a download. Why went to download button? Download what I want, right? Like it makes perfect logical sense to me. So that kind of stuff. But hey, it keeps me employed too. So what can you do?
I mean, from time to time, I'll end up on SourceForge simply because like some website that I'm trying to get like the software or whatever they're hosting on SourceForge. That's the only time that I go there. But still, because of the bullshit of like these fucking ads that look like basically they give you this inviting download button, which doesn't actually do shit for you.
It does stuff. It does bad stuff though.
Right. It's like every single time that you update Flash, it immediately tries to install.
Oh yes, they asked
McAfee.
Kuvar. Or that too, yeah. Which someday in the next like 20 years we'll have HTML5 for everyone. It'll take textbook manufacturers another 40 years to implement it.
You know, the sad thing is, Spartan137 says, I have the same issue with phishing issues at work, so I can understand the irritation of clickbait banners and issues users have when they run into them. Okay, so he's definitely IT. I'm technically in IT, and it is irritating as hell that individuals, even though they're being trained not to click random shit, still click random shit and screw the network over.
Does your company ever do penetration tests? Like we don't, but I know some places will intentionally send out phishing emails and don't actually do anything to see who falls for it.
Yes. No. So what they do is they try to see who falls for it and who will report it. As soon as of course, I have a technical background. So when I see something that seems a little bit fishy, I go, okay, first of all, what is the return address for this? If I can't figure it out, no. If it's, if they're masking it as, I don't know, your company's HR department, but if you look at it, it's like super duper awesome guy at yourfuck.com.
But they have an awesome deal for you, man.
Right. So yes, they do put that. Spartan137 says, work for a small multi-billion-dollar company and we do not pass our pen test 100%. No one does. Because the sad thing is, it's those in higher power who are dumb as fuck to click it.
So, I have a funny story. I can't say it on national TV, but remind me afterwards. I have a funny story to tell you about that.
So, okay, I will tell you a funny story. I won't tell you what company it's involved with because, so let's talk about a company, a multi-million-dollar company that has several locations across the U.S. And someone, first of all, this has been fixed since then. Someone thought that they had selected the distro for that office.
Oh, I've heard this story.
But they actually selected the distro for the entire company.
All of it.
So what this person did is they said, donuts on the 5th floor free. And so, of course, you have those people who have to hit the reply to all.
Which is why God invented BCC fields.
So what happened was you have a bunch of people basically going, no, I'm good, or I don't know why you sent me this email. Please take me off. Okay, so for the love of God, if you want to be removed from a distro, just fucking reply to the person, not to the entire fucking distro. The entire fucking distro does not need to know that you want them removed.
Or if it was a properly created distro, there is a remove link in the first place.
So, but here's the thing. So what happened was this shit escalated so fast because, of course, all the execs were like, nah, that's not me. So it basically crashed the mail servers, okay?
Oh, yeah.
And so they finally were able to, pick up all the pieces. Unfortunately, they didn't fully communicate what the fuck was going on and how bad it was in time for the West Coast offices to open up. You're like, what the fuck? Reply all. Why are you talking to me? I don't work in this thing. And
it just, I'll tell you, the happiest day of my IT career is when we got rid of our internal email server. It went to the cloud of Google. Like, managing email servers is so terrible. Like, I do not miss that.
I'm going to be totally honest with you. There is, in my experience, there's very little reason to hit
reply
all to almost all my emails. Simply because sometimes I want to talk.
No, Spartan. Oh, I felt bad for you. No. Oh.
They use notes, but we're gonna. First of all, I don't do reply all simply because I have this like deep-seated fear that I'm gonna hit reply all and say something in an email that someone who I shouldn't be talking to gets wind of, and I don't want to get fucked over. Also, sometimes it's easier to remove certain people who have no idea what the hell is going on from the email chain simply so that you can get the correct response instead of going around and around and around and around.
See, I will say, thankfully, I live in a small enough environment. If somebody started to do that, like, I would walk down to their office and be like, I just killed your Wi-Fi. What are you doing? Like,
What if it was your boss?
So, ironically, my boss. No, here's the funny thing.
No,
right?
I'm just saying. I'm just hypothetically.
He'd be the last one who did it. Like, so mind you, this is a school superintendent, and you're thinking most school people, like, they don't know anything about technology, right? Because that's outside of IT, that's normal, right? And so, student did something, right? And so his first question is, well, do you have the DHCP logs to track down the IP address of that user to figure out when they did this? I'm like, what? How do you know about DHCP servers and IP addresses? So he'd actually be the last person who's going to actually know not to screw that up. And he's actually the kind of person who would take full ownership. Like, if he did that by accident, he would take full ownership. He'd be like, yeah, I screwed that technology up. Sorry, man. So it could happen, but he's not somebody who I'm going to worry about being like, oops.
Yeah.
He would be like, yeah, I messed it up. But what we also do to help alleviate that situation, so, like, like old email groups, I mean, we're talking like 20 years ago, it was just a distribution group, right? It's like everybody could email the entire damn group, kind of like that scenario. Whereas the nice thing, like with Google Groups, is very few people can actually email those groups.
Dude, I can't tell you.
Which is very intentional.
So, there's this beautiful thing called standardization.
Yeah.
That is like the unicorn in any industry, where you think, okay, here is the bug tracking system. Mm-hmm. But everybody and their mother has to have a different bug tracking system.
Of course.
They have to have their own damn, whatever. And you're just like, so let's see here. I have, to keep track of projects, I have OTM, Jara. OTM is Oracle. Jara, I don't know who the fuck Jara is.
Java?
Microsoft, no, it's not Java. It's Jara, sorry, it's Jara. You also have Microsoft Teams, SharePoint, and something else. So I have like 5 different things, depending on the project, that I have to look to make sure where the shit's going. So, yeah. Working at an institution that receives federal funding, that is like a nightmare, simply because, fun fact, for those of you who don't know, if your company receives federal funding, you are required to follow all of the Section 508 standards in the ADA, and ADA is, of course, Americans with Disabilities Act. So basically, if your program, your equipment, whatever, is not accessible to individuals who are blind, colorblind, deaf, paraplegic, whatever, you're fucked. So if your company decides that, who gets federal funding decides, oh, each department has their own damn thing, you're fucked. Yeah.
Yeah, we used to, my old school, we received E-rates from the government, which basically gave you telecom discount, but basically meant the rubric was you had to go with the cheapest vendor. So like, they kind of gave you a rubric where you could add in like other stuff, but of course the most important question was what? Who's the cheapest?
No, well, okay, so
there's other things you could factor.
Right,
you could fudge it kind of.
If you, the way you could fudge it, that's getting really technical, but the way you could fudge it is if you you compare the product with rival vendors and found in the cases I've run into and found that even though it's slightly more expensive than the bottom one, it's more compliant, therefore it's more in line with the government standards.
Correct, but it depends on how much that slightly
Correct.
is.
I mean,
That's
yeah,
the catch,
of course.
Yeah. But yeah, that's where it gets like, okay, we got to find a reason to keep with the ISP we were using, because, yeah.
All right, so instead of jumping down this amazing rabbit hole called emails and all that and IT stuff, I do want to broach a subject, excuse me, a topic, and that is that as you might have noticed, Disney has decided to basically make a live action of whatever fuck they they want to of all their old movies, just so that everyone remembers their movies. Be it, of course, 101 Dalmatians was the earliest edition. I think they did twice. You also had, of course, you had Beauty and the Beast. You had
Fantasia.
Fantasia was never live action.
It was to me. It wasn't my dreams.
Aladdin is the latest one.
Don't forget about Lion King.
Lion King, yes. Mulan.
The Little Mermaid.
Little Mermaid. No, so Little Mermaid.
It's a play. It's a musical.
Right, yes. They actually, so someone made a live action mermaid, but it was the actual story of the Little Mermaid. It wasn't the Disneyized version.
Where'd they find the mermaids?
Huh?
Where'd they find the mermaids?
Okay, so a lot of the stories that get Disneyized are like Hans Christian Andersen stories or the Grimm brothers.
Or like nightmares.
Or nightmares. And basically what they do is they just, they basically slap it with the kitty gloves until it looks cute and cuddly.
I know, man. Lion King got kind of dark at times.
Okay, yes. The Lion King was dark as fuck. But
it was so good.
Right, but the thing is, they had the cartoony, they had the colors, they had all the songs, and
Akuma Matata.
Yeah.
Akuma Matata.
It's Akuna, not Akuma. Akuma is actually like Ryu's worst rival in Street Fighter.
Akuma Matata.
Anyways, so Disney has basically released that they're now going to do a Hunchback of Notre Dame, or Notre Dame, however you want to pronounce it.
You got a hunch? Do you count?
No. I don't know how I feel about this. Like literally, it's okay. First of all, Disney has this fucking vault bullshit where we took this movie that everyone loved out of our magical vault, so you can buy it for an extra price because now it's an anniversary edition.
Artificial scarcity.
Yes. Bullshit. Well, of course, Disney is Disney is the marketing motherfucker. Spartan0137 says, I guess you could say that Disney likes a certain story and they want to use it, but all the stories they like are not kid-family friendly. Absolutely. Which is why, okay, so the vaulted ones, the ones that will never see the light of day.
It's all about the money, man. The Benjamins.
No. The ones that will never see the light of day have ended up being like the super duper racist. Like Song of the South. That one will never see the light of day. You basically have to go to like the deepest dark torrent site. Probably not that dark, but still, that is a racist as holy shit.
Never seen it.
I saw it. Song of the South. The only thing that people remember about the Song of the South, well, there's a couple things, but the main one.
Is there like a big Confederate flag in her KKK?
Is the song Zippity Doodah, Zippity Day. My oh my, what a beautiful day. That was so racist. Actually, okay, I don't want to go down this path, but if you want to talk about racism, you look at some of the early Disney movies, like Peter Pan, that's racist. Dumbo, holy fuck, that's racist. Lady and the Tramp, that's racist. So, yeah, okay. Anywho.
I feel like I didn't have a youth and don't remember watching this.
No. You watched it. But if you were to go back now and rewatch it, you'd be like, oh my God.
Yeah.
How the hell did I watch this and go and not feel dirty?
Well, kids see things differently. For better or for worse.
I mean, it's this is, with everything, when you look back at your childhood, you remember the highlights, that nostalgia that you're like, oh my God, this was the most amazing game or book or movie. And then you go back to it as an adult or, maybe 10 years removed, and you're like, this is not what I remember.
Well, it's also a different social time where we're also cognizant of these issues. Whereas 50 years ago, I haven't seen these animated movies since I was a kid, but it was so normal probably to see them that you just didn't even think anything of it. Like, it was just normal. Like, so now we think something when you see racism in the movies. But there was a time when it was just the norm. So it wasn't a big deal.
Of course, you have a bunch of those movies out there also that are kid-friendly, but they've tried to layer like 2 lines of like comedy. You have the ones that the kids like, ha ha ha, then they've got like the more grown-up stuff that only grown-ups would get.
Sure, yes.
And of course, you're thinking, you look back and I go, oh shit, what happens if one of the kids actually understands this? Then it's like kind of dirty.
Well, then they were probably hearing it at school anyways.
True. But yeah, I don't, like I said, I don't know how, it's like the new, what Disney's doing is like the new version of like reboots and remastering and sequels. But it's not sequels because they're literally redoing the same freaking story, just with, instead of animation, we're doing it with real people.
Well, it's worked so well for them in the past, why wouldn't they continue to do it?
The funny thing is that there's been a huge amount of backlash over the Aladdin live action one, simply because, first of all, Greedo, my friend, Greedo. Or maybe Han, I don't know. Okay, first of all, let's see here. Spartan0137 says, then that kid has more problems than the movie. Yeah, absolutely. He has more problems than that Disney movie if he understands both sides. Sam, thanks to George Lucas and his, like, I don't know, drug-addled fever dreams.
It's a lot of drugs with the amount of money he
That
has.
motherfucker, like, it's like, well, I gotta make sure that everyone knows who shot first. I'm like, no, damn it. That was one of, like, it's like one of those conspiracy theories that you want to be part of. Where you're either the Han Solo side or the Greedo side. It's one of those, like, lores that can always be debated. You don't want, okay, I understand people are like, well, we need clarity. But at the same time, the vast majority of people don't want clarity.
Sometimes ambiguity is a good thing.
Exactly. Ambiguity makes it legendary.
Yeah. I mean, think about it. You're still talking about it now. Whereas it was so clear in the movies, nobody would be talking about it. But it's that ambiguity that makes people talk about it. So, yeah. Oh, dear.
Anyways, so you're right. Ambiguity, I think, when it comes to like conspiracy theories or these, like, this is what really happened. Like the Inception thing, the way that Inception ended. We're way past spoilers on Inception, but there's still, until what's his face came out and said, oh no, here's some clarification. Like, don't do that. Allow people to be confused about the ending. Like, oh, is he still in there? Is this real life? No. Like,
that was kind of the whole point of that movie, too.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Exactly. Zealeus, I'm going to let you talk for a second.
Oh, dear. Charlie has to run off to the bathroom, I hear.
Indeed.
I don't know, man.
I chug too much.
You chug too much?
Yep.
What'd you chug?
Beer and juice.
Beer and juice, that is craziness. So we actually do a lot of the whole Disney shows at my school. It's very exciting. They do, what'd they do? Little Mermaid. They did The Lion King. They did, I don't know what else they do. But that's a really big in school. The big thing in schools is to do The Little Mermaid. And of course you need to see everything you drink in the last 40 minutes. It's actually quite impressive because he drinks his beer, he drinks his bourbon, he drinks this full damn thing right here, or it's like the goblet of power. Here we got some Thor action going on. And he's still peeing. It's actually very impressive how long he's been going. And then I have my one little drink that I go for in my evening twilight. That's all I can handle, because any more than that, and I'd be like Mr. Charlie running off to the bathroom myself. But that's all I can handle. So, yes. You made it?
Yes.
I was worried.
All right, so did you see everything he drank in the last 40 minutes? No, he has not. Well, no, actually he has.
I've actually been here for 40 minutes.
Yeah. So I have let's ponder this, okay? I remember you guys talking about his drinking ritual before the show at Canoga a few years back. It's so funny. Okay.
There's a reason I'm not touching him, Sam.
Sam, I did wash my hands. Thank you very much. I'm just kidding. Okay, first of all, Spartan0137. Unfortunately, Canoga was phenomenal for us. Unfortunately, we will not be going back to Canoga because of, well, if we were to go to Canoga, we would be simply attendees. Apparently, my critique was too harsh for them, and so they took offense to it. But we will be doing Chattacon. It's in the end of the month. It's 25th, 26th, 27th of January. right off the bat, we don't know if Zealeus will be able to come, but hopefully he can. If he, the problem is that okay, all right. So yeah, wow. Yeah, okay.
We enjoyed Canuga.
We
when
love
we were
Canuga.
there. Yes.
Okay,
It was
so
good.
here's the thing. Here's the thing. I love conventions, and I want anything that I partake in, be it a convention, be it a game, be it a movie, be it a book, be it something that I myself am doing. I am a hard fucking critique. What I do, unfortunately, because this is the I guess the flavor glasses I wear, is I look at the issues that could improve. I do not see the worst in everything. What I do is I see what they have and I see what can be improved upon. Okay, so a lot of there are quite a few individuals out there who don't want to hear that they have a flawed product. Or okay,
But I'm perfect.
no one is perfect. No one can ever be perfect. Nothing can ever be perfect. There's always room for
But
improvement.
my mom told me I was perfect growing up.
She didn't want to hurt your feelings. That's what your mom's supposed to do. And so I mean, to be case in point. Okay, reaming EA fanboy. Yes, I did. Yeah, I did. Oh man. Anyways, yeah. I mean, the case in point is there was an individual who put on a convention that Zealeus actually made me aware of the first year of its true existence. It was a fake convention for years before, but the true creation of a convention called AndoCon, I went to. First of all, Ando is an amazing dude. I mean, the guy like oozes passion for gaming.
He oozes and.
Yeah, basically. I'm Ando and so can you. But the thing is, so Ando, okay, first of all, unfortunately, AndoCon has now gone into its second hiatus. But that being said, the first two AndoCons, he was, okay, so after the first one, and I gave him a pretty, I was like, this is the first of all, I put it into context. It's the first convention it's ever had. Here's what I see could be done better. He, of course, saw it as, my convention sucks, and this is how bad I am. And so apparently he saw it that way the first 2 years. But then afterwards, he's like, oh shit. If it's that bad, he wouldn't keep trying to come back. But he keeps coming back. He's like, oh, he's actually trying to give me advice without, basically smacking in my face. Oh my God! And then Ando and I became really good friends. We're still very good friends to this day. If you're open for criticism, even if it's not completely, on point, you have to be open to it. If you cannot take criticism about your product, about your creation, you're fucked. There was an individual out there. If you really want to dig, I think it's somewhere on the Alter Confusion website. There was an individual who was sure as shit that he had the best game ever, and I was like, okay, cool. So let me take a look at it. And there's gonna be a lot of people out there potentially who will not have any idea what the hell I'm talking about. But upon seeing this project, I immediately said, holy shit, this is an intro to Visual Basic project.
What's wrong with intro to VB, man?
Well, a lot of people don't even know what VB is anymore.
Oh,
But anyways, so
Does Visual Basic still exist? I don't even know.
fuck, I don't know.
I don't know.
Anyways, I've got so many dead languages in my head, I don't really know. Anyways, so this individual's, so I was like, look, here's the deal. I feel your passion, and I don't want to squash it. You've created something that is rudimentary, and I applaud you for that. However, I'd rather give you helpful tips than review it. And he said, no, this is awesome. Everyone says it's amazing. You just got to review it. And I said, look, not to be a dick, but by everyone, do you mean friends and family? He goes, of course, those are the people who played the game. I'm like, I was like, do you really want me to review this? He goes, oh yeah. I'm like, all right. So I think I gave it a 1.8. It was very, I tried my best to basically showcase that this individual his heart is in the right place, but he doesn't have the amount of experience or refinement in order to do what he wants to do, and that, of course, is make games. Because you can't just one day wake up and go, I'm going to make games, and then magically within a week you're making, well, most of the time. There's like 1,000,000 to 1 where people
worked for a few games.
I know, like, I'm going to make something stupid, and next thing you know, kickstart potato salad.
But that's probably not a good career.
No. That's not the right approach you would want to take.
Well, I'm saying it's not something you want to bank your life dreams on.
Spartan 0137 says, the 2 times we interacted in Canuga, the 2 years I attended your panel, that was one of the things I enjoyed about you too, and I really respected that about you guys, is that you tried to be objective as you can while providing facts versus subjective input. And you guys give back on that same note. I enjoyed that, but I understand where people might see that as disrespectful context or point. I've also been listening to the story as well. Thank you.
I also understand where they're coming from, because, you think about the guys who do the conventions, and this is like the labor of love. From their perspective, though, I could see where they see it like,
what's not good enough for you?
No, yes, they should. We would preferably take it as constructive criticism, but I can also understand where they're looking at as basically a unsolicited attack on their convention.
Or they're just too close to the product that they don't understand how people could find something wrong with it.
Yeah.
And you're right. People get very possessive over something they create, which is a good thing, because you want to be, because one of the things that individuals don't understand is that the product is not the only thing. Sam, I won't play Battlefield 1, so I won't review it for you. So you won't see a critique. But the thing is, there's a lot of individuals out there who create these products. It could be amazing, but unfortunately, they don't take into effect that they themselves are part of said product. And so they are so attached to the product that when you make a critique on the product, they think that it's an attack on their character.
Yes.
And that's unfortunate, but at the same time, it's going to happen. There's a certain convention out there that is now defunct that apparently gave us notoriety, or me in general. We both did the fucking review, but apparently I am the one who killed a convention, and he's just, oh yeah, you're with Charlie.
It was the best convention ever, except for the bathrooms.
And
the carpet. And
the stalls and the air conditioning.
I think I stole the pictures of that somewhere.
Oh no! It's on the website. You can go find it. I've got it all saved on there.
Yeah.
But anyways, no, seriously, like that's how my brain functions. I want, when I see something that I'm passionate about, I want to give Charlie and Charlie's friend. I understand that when I vocalize something, after I've like interacted with a product or whatever, probably the thing I vocalize the most is my critique over what I like, and the reason why is that I want to be upfront about how it could be improved, and then tell you how solid it is.
See, I just do that because I'm an asshole.
Look. If you want to see how, like, critical I am, find me one day. So when I go to work, I've got about like an hour lunch break, and if I've got time, I go to there's a basketball court across the street from where I work, and I go there. If you want to see, like, basically the deranged older gentleman talking to himself in the park, That's me. Because as I'm shooting baskets, because that's what I do, I go over there and I play basketball. Most of the time I'm just practicing shots. I am literally talking to myself and critiquing myself and ridiculing myself about my form, about how I'm shooting the ball, or if my shoulders are wrong, or if I'm trying to push it, or my stance is wrong. That's what I do.
If you want to hear Charlie actually give a great critique, just ask him what is wrong with Madden on any Sony platform.
He already heard it. Spartan0137 knows exactly what I'm talking about.
Yes.
Oh, I basically go into deep thought on what I need to do better than what I play. And I would love to do that. However, I don't, like, I immediately start critiquing, because I want, it's not well, actually kind of is an instant gratification. Sort of. I want to have the best outcome ever. So if there's something that immediately personally, if I see I'm doing something wrong in basketball, that if I fixed immediately, it would make it better, I immediately have to talk to myself and go, you gotta do this. That's how I roll. That's just how I roll. Yes.
Yes.
Yes. All right. Let me go over. Let's go over the social media stuff real quick. Yeah, self-talk is key. But not only in well, you got to be careful. You got to balance the "you're awesome" versus "this is what you can improve on." You want some of both. You don't want "you're so stunningly awesome."
No, I'm awesome. I'm not seeing the issue here.
Go talk to my wife.
She knows I'm awesome too. Yeah.
Anyways, so let's do over the social media stuff real quick. Ladies and gentlemen, if you want to be part of the group who gets the latest and greats of all Alter Confusion, I have to highly recommend that you follow us on all of our social media networks. The first one, actually, it's not in a certain order. I'm just going to ramble off some, and then Zealeus is going to help me out. If you want to follow us on Facebook by going to
Facebook.com/AltConfusion.
Of course, once you do that, make sure you got all your notifications on. Every single one that we give you, make sure your fucking notifications are on, because apparently the social media gods on every single platform goes, you know what? You want to follow these people, but you really don't give a shit. So we don't want to talk about it, which is, that's my biggest problem with Twitch, because Twitch all of a sudden decided to turn off all notifications. You have to manually turn them back on, which is why we've lost a huge chunk of our audience, because we don't know when you're streaming. I'm like, dude, I stream the exact same time. However, they base it off of that email notification or that push to their cell phone. But Twitch decided to basically throw this big little refresh, and it defaulted to off. So I probably will be making a video in the very near future to be like, this is how you make it work. Anyways, so we did Facebook. Ladies and gentlemen, of course, we have a YouTube channel that you can get the latest and greatest of all the videos we have there. Of course, the vast majority of the videos will be our Thursday night hangouts, of course, is this show right here. Just in case your friends might have missed it, because you're watching this live, I hope. If you are not watching this live, remember, Thursday nights, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
7 o'clock Central Time.
You can be an active part of the conversation. But anyways.
Isn't it 8 o'clock Standard and Daylight Savings Time? Doesn't really matter. It's still at 8 o'clock.
Right, Eastern Time. How about that? So ladies and gentlemen, of course, if you need to check out our YouTube channel.
YouTube.com/AltConfusion LLC.
Now, of course, if you want to go super duper old school, you can go to the website.
Live journal?
No, I don't have a live journal. The WordPress might still be out there in some
Store loader? MySpace.
No MySpace.
GeoCities?
No
Angel
GeoCities.
Fire?
No Angel Fire. Stormloader, you might be able to cache that, but that's nothing to do with all the confusion.
I remember seeing that at one time.
That
was
Crystal Prime. Yeah,
that's right. Yeah.
Anyways, so if you want to go super duper old school and actually go to the website, you can go to www.alteredconfusion.com. That's ALTEREDCONFUSION.com.
How do you spell com though?
COM. Or you can get all kinds of crazy. Go alterconfusion.net or altered-confusion.net. alterconfusion.com
Whoa!
alter-confusion.net.
Whoa!
I know.
Whoa,
It's crazy.
You've gone too far.
Oh my God.
You've gone too far.
But anyways, if you want to go super duper old school, you can go that path, my friends, and you can go to the website. Of course, they'll have all of the stuff minus, the fun little social media pictures and stuff. If you want to follow us on Instagram, it is Alter Confusion. Just follow us there.
Find it.
Yep. Now, of course, the most tried and true method to follow Alter Confusion is always going to be Twitter, and the reason behind that is because it is so monumentally epic for our Twitter feed. So, of course, to follow us on Twitter,
Use @AlterConfusio. But there's no N. Why is that, sir?
the N would break the internet.
Oh, dear.
Now, of course, we do have a Discord channel, which is probably actually the most accurate thing to get the most involvement out of. If you're watching this live, I think it's ! Discord. Or you just hit us up on any of the other social media stuff, and I will give you the Discord link because for some reason that Discord link randomly expires, even though it's set not to expire. But we got that. Of course, ladies and gentlemen, one of the things that Alter Confusion does, and a lot of independent properties do over the internet, is Patreon. Patreon is basically a service that allows for individuals like you, fans, supporters, audience members, lovers, to
Cats.
if cats can pay money, yeah, to basically support your creators in a monetary fashion. The way that Alter Confusion is set up, it's a monthly donation. It could be anywhere from $1 to up, and that money basically goes towards covering the cost of going to conventions, upkeep of equipment, or upgrading of equipment. Maybe if there's enough money, maybe additional features appearing on the website, all that
Like the
stuff.
Hawk and Steve comic?
Like the Alter Confusion Hawk and Steve comic.
Yeah.
So you could do that. It's patreon.com/alterconfusion. If you feel like you want to do a financial donation, however, you don't want to be tied into an automatic draw monthly. I believe it's at the beginning of the month. I think that's how we have it set. The beginning of the month, it pulls the money. If you don't want to mess with that, I'm totally cool with that. If you want to do a financial donation, you could go our PayPal route. And that, of course, all you got to do is go to our Twitch stream. If you're watching this right now, there's a Donate Now button below. Or you can go to our website, www.alterconfusion.com, and there is a Donate Now button on the left-hand bar, and that's a one-time payment. Now, I do understand that there are individuals who want to give back to Alter Confusion, but maybe not in a financial means. Maybe in like a physical product or something. If you want to send something physically to Alter Confusion, like a Funko Pop, you see these behind me. The Alter Confusion Funko Pop collection is now over 200. But if you want to add to the awesomeness, I have it.
Where?
I just had it.
It's not in the Command V.
Yeah, whatever. Anyways, I just had it. Oh, whatever. Just type in all.
I tried doing Command V.
It wasn't Command V.
Where then?
I had it on another page.
Ah.
Okay, so if you want to send something physical to Alter Confusion, we do have a P.O. box. You can send all your stuff, be it Funko Pops, be it T-shirts, be it if you want to, I don't know, maybe, actually, to be honest with you, what we're looking for, if you're looking for a specific item to give to Alter Confusion, # Alter Confusion. If you're looking to actually give us a physical piece of equipment, the thing that we're looking for right now is a quality microphone that allows for more than 2 individuals to be recorded with clarity. Basically, our current setup, we have the lapel mics for 2 individuals, but when we have a 3rd individual, we are reliant or we are crippled by the mic on the webcam. Of course, webcam is trying to it picks up everything.
Do we basically need a 4-thing switcher and another mic?
Or I believe a lot of individuals go for the snowball mic, which is just like, it's the round mic that goes there. It is not as clear. It's not Jesse. It's actually, it could be Jesse. Also, it's Jason, or it could be Ando, or it could be Blaine, or it could be Louis, or it could be basically there is a huge amount of individuals who could come on the show, and simply with them being added to basically enhance the experience, we like de-hance. We
unenhance
the audio simply because we don't have the capabilities of having more than 2 lapel mics.
So what's the address?
So if you want to send anything physical to Alter Confusion, be it whatever you want to, it is 1551 Dunwoody Village. That's DUNWOODY Village Parkway. Number. This is super duper important. Please have the number or pound sign, whatever the hell you want to call it. Number 88276, Dunwoody, Georgia 30338. If you leave that number out, it will go to the post office, and within 3 days it will be returned to you. Thankfully, the one time that I ran into that issue, thankfully the individual who sorts through that mail and basically sends it back was sick. And I was able to get my VIP AndoCon badge before it got sent back to Ando. So, ta-da! But seriously, if maybe giving us a physical product or maybe some kind of financial support is not something that you feel comfortable with, the one thing that you can do, and even if you're doing those, the one thing that would help us the most is that I love the fact that people like our videos or favorite our tweets or love our posts. But what would mean the most for us is if not only do you like or favorite or whatever, is if you share them. If you can share those, it would be phenomenal. In order for us to, because in my vision, because let's be honest, I'm not going to purchase. It's my vision. It's been since 2007. In my true vision, I want to have an open discussion where when we do the Thursday night hangouts, it's literally audience driven. Now, and of course, in a perfect world, I would love to be able to have an audio conversation. However, we do not have the capabilities to do that. It's not that the computer has the capabilities, just the computer's not strong enough to do that. That's why I can't do Skype interviews, because it fucks up super bad. I want to help give independent creators as much spotlight as possible. That's why when I go to conventions, I put an emphasis on trying to interview at least a couple of independent creators, simply so I can do an interview, post it on YouTube, blast it across, and then 9 out of 10 times those creators go, holy shit, here's my stuff, and they blast it over the line. And that's what I want. I want, when you see something awesome from Alter Confusion, or anything from Alter Confusion, if you really want to go this route, which would be awesome if you would. If anytime you see Alter Confusion, if you just share it, retweet it, broadcast it to the world, send out additional invitations, whatever. That's what I really want. I mean, that in the end of the day, when I go to conventions, that is the Alter Confusion I want, where we're having conversations with the audience members, where we're able to take conversations maybe from the panels to the fan table, or sometimes even outside the convention, because we're of the same mind. I want to be able to do that outside of a convention. That's my dream. So if that's the route you're able to take, please take it. All right, so ladies and gentlemen, unfortunately, I'm getting telepathic indications from Zealeus' cat that she is about 15, 20 minutes away from clawing out his face. So unfortunately, we're gonna have
an angry cat at my door.
She's not gonna be at the door. She's gonna be lying in wait somewhere.
Oh, that's creepy.
Yeah. Anyway, so ladies and gentlemen, I want to thank everyone for tuning into the Alter Confusion Thursday Night Hangout. Of course, if you did not catch us live, We do this live every single Thursday night from 8 p.m. Eastern time to about 9:15 roughly. If you are unable to watch the recorded video version of this, we do have a podcast version. All you got to do is go to iTunes, the podcast store, and just type in Ultra Confusion. But ladies and gentlemen, I want to thank everyone for tuning in to the Ultra Confusion Thursday Night Hangout. For myself, Charlie, and Zealeus, it's been a pleasure giving you everything coming over our heads, our mouths, and of course, our hearts. We'll be back next Thursday for another rousing round of Ultra Confusion Thursday Night Hangouts. And here's a little caveat. This, my friends, will be the Thursday Night Hangout right before Chattacon. And if you come to Chattacon, you'll get to have a special edition of the Thursday Night Hangout. It's called the Ultra Confusion Hangout. And it will be, I think it's Friday night or maybe Saturday night. I don't know. Anyways, come to Chattacon if you have the ability to. It's going to be a hell of a blast. So, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for tuning in, and we'll see you soon.
Remember, kids, keep on giving in the free world.
Amen to that, brother.